Grab your cup. We talk about emotions and having emotional regulation, which means allowing the things that we feel to be processed and moved through. A lot of people are uncomfortable with that. A lot of people don't really like to deal with their emotions and they avoid certain emotions. Here's why it's important from a purely health point of view. When we have emotions like anger, abandonment, rejection, betrayal, resentment, sadness, and those stay in our body, they actually change how our cells function. They affect the mitochondria. If you remember from high school, the mitochondria are the powerhouse, the energy producers of each and every cell in your body. The mitochondria will be affected and shut down, turned off by different, very depleting emotions that we hold. So right there, if you have chronic health issues, if you can't get your body functioning the way it was designed, emotional frequencies that are stuck over the course of a lifetime are an important place to look, okay? And that's what a lot of what I needed to do in my own life and what I do with my clients. Now, the emotions that we make are in response to the thoughts that we have. So somebody does something, somebody says something, you experience an event and you have a thought about it or several thoughts about it. It's not the event, it's your thoughts about it. Those thoughts will generate the emotion. Oh, they just didn't say hi to me. Oh, they didn't include me. Oh, they're yelling at me again. And now emotions will come with those thoughts, right? It's kind of like an automatic, they're linked together, which is why you need to address both of them, but they do affect each other. Here's the next step to that, and this was a conversation I was having last night in a client group call, although I didn't call it this last night, but sometimes we have something called a heart wall, and it's a wall that we put around our heart. The heart is the seat of your spirit. The heart is the seat of your creativity, meaning creating your life. How you are creating your life, who you are in your relationships, it all comes from the access to your heart. Your heart, and studies show this now, we have the research to prove it. Heart Math Institute in California has been studying this for 60 or 70 years. The heart actually tells the brain a lot more than what the brain tells the heart. The heart is the place where you're creating. It's the place where your authentic self is. It's the place of your spirit. It's the place for love. It's how you're feeling and your emotions get processed there and then tells your brain what to do. So the brain is sort of carrying out what the heart is telling it. Then the brain will give information back to the heart for sure. But for me, I always thought the brain was the only commander in chief in the body. It's not. The heart is. So what people do when they experience something that's very painful, and it might just be their parents got divorced when they were 4 years old and dad moved out of the house. It's very painful for a 4-year-old. It might be anything, right? That was one example. The subconscious will purposely put up a wall to protect the heart. So the other emotions that I was talking about at the beginning, those like kind of just happen in response. Something happens, you have a thought, you feel an emotion. If you allow yourself to process the emotion, it moves on out and you're good. Because as human beings, we have emotions, we're supposed to feel them. If you don't allow yourself to process them, they stay in the body and they affect your health, as I said. They affect your relationships because they're gonna be there when in your next conversation, they're gonna be there in your next interaction and the next time you have conflict, right? The heart wall is purposely created. It's purposely put up as a way of protection. The subconscious says, I'm never going to experience that kind of pain again. Now, here's the thing. It's understandable why we do that. And according to the training that I've had, over 80% of people have put up a heart wall in their life to some degree, where they're blocking being vulnerable, they're blocking sharing themselves, they're blocking their authentic self. And it's all as a way to protect. So I get that, but I want you to ask yourself this. In an effort to protect myself, what is it costing me? What am I also not getting because I've chosen to protect myself? And when the heart wall was put up, so it's a subconscious choice to block yourself from having more pain, right? When I did that, maybe it made good sense. Maybe there was something happening that required me to do that. Do I still want to have that? Do I still want to be living with a wall up? Do I still want to be blocking myself, not only from what's potentially painful, but also what's potentially delicious? What is the thing that is juicy in life? What is the reason why we're here, which is connection and love and vulnerability and sharing? Because that's what you're blocking yourself from when you have a heart wall. Dismantling a heart wall is what we do. There's so many pieces to what I do in the Return to You program, right? But dismantling a heart wall, if you've been living alone, or you're in a relationship but it feels like you're alone, there's a heart wall there. Is that how you want to go out? Keeping that heart wall up? And for some people, the answer is yes. For some people, they're like, this is it, and this is how it's going to be. And I get that. It's everybody's choice. But if you're a no, if you're like a no, I don't want that up. No, I want to really connect to myself and share myself. I want to really open my heart and have that experience of life that I haven't yet had. Then drop me a comment. Tell me that you're ready, whatever it is. I will clear my calendar to speak with you. Please don't make an appointment and then not come, because I clear my calendar. But I'll clear my calendar to speak with you. And I want you to be ready to say, life isn't going to keep going this way. Let's look and see where that is for you and what it takes. But having a heart wall is blocking you from the best human experience of life that we're here to have. And it's your choice. But if you're choosing not to, I can help you get rid of that, along with all of the other things that we do together, okay? So my heart wall people, my people with emotional baggage, emotional stuckness that's showing up in their patterns or showing up in your health, those are your clues. What are the results that I have in my life? What is my body and my health doing? What are my relationships doing? How exhausted and stressed and burned out do I feel? Those are all the clues for how well you're regulating yourself, how open you are, and how much you've healed from whatever it is, so that you don't have to be blocking from pain anymore, okay? So have a good day. I'll be looking for your comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. Take care.